Greetings everyone, Seth Silverfang, Dancer, 98, back at again, in this case, about the diets. Now, hopefully a lot of you saw my nutrition video about how to wean yourself down from a dessert-filled diet. In this case, we're going to be covering more about dieting, but more about on how to make a balanced diet. Now, obviously, diet has a negative connotation. I don't mean to remove every unhealthy thing from your diet. If you're too used to eating unhealthy, like burgers, takeout food, deep fried stuff, then you're going to be left with pretty much nothing except the salad that comes with it. Or on a burger with the veggie part of it. But in this case, what I mean is we're going to rework the dieting plan. Just little tips and tricks to nudge you in the right direction so you don't have to give up what you love, but also so it doesn't cause a bunch of health problems later. Now, the first part of this is about switching to healthier foods. Now, as you can see here, this is all like fruit and vegetables, but there are other things that we can look at beside these. These are just the basics. Obviously, in this case, it's going to be covering like the classic bananas, apples, avocados, whatever. In this case, I'm going to cover just a few key ones that will definitely come in handy for when you're rearranging your diet. Now, not to mean that it doesn't have its own improvements to make upon those, but these will definitely get you in the right direction, especially when you're trying to go to the gym, trying to get a basic cardio in, or even just daily life, just trying to have more energy without relying on sugar crashes once you hit bed. Now, the first item on our list is going to be the classic blueberry. Now, blueberries themselves are obvious. It's a berry. We need a lot of berries in our diet between strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, any kind of berry. Usually a lot of them will help. Blueberries specifically will definitely help us, mostly because these guys are filled with antioxidants. Now, antioxidants help out our immune system. They help out our digestive tract. They help us out with a lot of needs in our body, especially with like kidneys and liver. They help us with dealing with a bunch of impurities or disease-causing elements in our body, because those are our flushing systems. They help us get it out. They're the filter. In this case, the blueberries help keep those healthy. Now, the main problem with this is, well, a lot of people prefer dark chocolate. Not to say they're wrong, dark chocolate does have antioxidants, but blueberries are more rich, considering they're literally made of the stuff. Every ounce of its juice has it. While a, say, 90% dark chocolate bar might have, say, a couple dozen grams of antioxidants total. If you eat a handful of blueberries, not only will you be full more often without needing to having to snack on a chocolate bar, but you also have more energy in the long run of the day. Henceforth, antioxidants with longer lasting meal. Versus a chocolate bar, which is you eat it 30 minutes to an hour later, you're hungry again. Blueberries, you eat a handful of those, usually they last you a full hour minimum. Now, don't just rely on these guys. After all, like I said, these are dietary options. They're not supposed to replace full meals, so don't just go buying a store and having a huge box of blueberries for lunch. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You need other options, such as cashews. Now, cashews themselves are technically a type of tree nut, kind of like almonds or walnuts. Walnuts are bushes, but either way. Anyway, this is a type of nut. In this case, the cashews are actually supposed to help out with various vitamin needs, such as fiber, iron, so on and so forth, like also vitamin K, I believe D's in there too. Anyway, these guys are low in fat and very high in fiber. These help us with using the restroom more often, getting more things out of our system faster. You'd be shocked also to find out that certain ways you prepare them, either raw or roasted, don't do salted, but they actually help out with your pimples too, for us teenagers and young adults who are still dealing with this thing. But mostly because these guys are very good. They help fill us up and they give us natural protein, similar to almonds. They give us naturally occurring protein. Most tree nuts have this effort, in this feature, if you would. Unlike peanuts, which is technically a type of legume, a type of bean, if you would, since they grow under the ground. Now, in this case, cashews are very good roasted or unroasted. Only add a little bit of salt if you need to get used to them first. But usually roasted or unroasted actually help out with your heart, weight loss, and the pimple situation, along with giving you natural occurring vitamins and minerals you need, especially the fiber part. Don't diss the fiber, it does help. Now, Next one's going to be another pretty obvious one, but I think it'll definitely help out with clearing up some light on what really helps with it. Seafood. Now, as you can tell, this is mostly the meaty fish type. Now, we're going to cover other seafood options as another day, but in this case, you don't want this raw. Now, sushi is delicious at times, but you do need well-cooked fish once in a while, because there are some parasites that are living in the ocean that will dive into fish meat and we accidentally eat. And that's where we get like the runs or nausea or sudden vomiting episodes. All this comes from us accidentally eating raw fish that was not properly cleaned or prepared. Now, cooked fish like salmon, cod, or halibut, all these have nice omega-3 acids and fatty acids that we need naturally, along with, of course, being protein. This actually helps out with a leaner part of our diet. Way better than, say, things like bacon. That is, bacon that comes from pigs, that is. Turkey bacon's a healthier option as well, but it's still not the best given how we still fry it up in oil. Mostly unhealthy oils, but I'll get to that. So, the fish food in this case is mostly from fish meat, such as like you can fry it up, bake it, usually bacon's the better option, steam it up, just whatever you can find. There's even like the seaweed wrap that you can mix the flavors into as you bake it slowly, giving you a nice crunchy seaweed wrap base along with an interior of delicious salmon inside. It's pretty good actually. Anyway, your main goal is to make sure you do a good amount of spices, light on the oils because it already has a lot of natural oils inside. The main goal is not to dry it out too much. Now, eating it depends on the person, but usually find a fish that works for you, whether it's a salmon, a halibut, or a cod, something else. Either, try and do a little bit of seafood for the lean proteins and omega-3 and fatty acids that they come with. Now, that's a good protein option along with the cashews. The next item on our list, it doesn't have that luxury. The banana. Now, the banana in this case is going to be mostly about keeping us healthy, in this case from potassium. This is what helps us avoid cramps, repairing muscles, keeping our bodies functioning well, and also helping us with any gut or heart problems. Bananas actually have a lot of functions which many people don't appreciate all the time. All we know is, it's a good source of potassium. What does potassium do? Like I said before, potassium helps out with our muscles, mostly preventing cramps. The potassium actually helps us repair muscles and help us grow them as well. It's not just about the protein we eat, but potassium has these effects, especially on our heart health, considering our heart is one big muscle. Helps it run smoothly, helps it keep on pumping, it helps us with all these little things. It's all about how you go about it, but mostly the banana will help you out in your daily diet. Eat one a day, one every 2 days, whatever your comfort zone is. Just don't go over 3 a day. You don't need that much potassium. Just enough in case you're an active person or just a daily person. Daily person could get away with like 1 banana every 2 days. Somewhat active person like a basic jogger, basic gym goer, basic martial artist could get away with like 1 of these a day. If you're a serious athlete like triathlon, marathon, MMA fighter, or even else like trying to get into the Olympics, you'll want about 2 of these a day normally. Because you work it off given how your muscles are working out so much. They're building themselves back up trying to recover, and they need that potassium. Now, besides this option, there are many ways to prepare banana. There's the raw version, which we see here. There's also the slightly fried version, which some people like. And also the baked version that some people prefer, honestly, because it makes them somewhat crunchy but still soft. And also the natural banana oils that it coats itself in as it bakes. Delicious. Has that little texture of juicy with crunchy. Now, the final part of our presentation here, well, not presentation, but a video, is going to be the avocado. Now, avocado isn't just good for eating it raw, like on avocado toast, as a nice side to a salad, or even as a nice side to, say, a burger. There's also the avocado oil option, which is much healthier than basic canola oil or vegetable oil. The avocado oil is actually leaner and actually has a lot of the nutrients that an avocado can provide you. Granted, it's in oil form, so you lose some of it, but it's actually a healthier fry oil. You don't just want to rely on basic vegetable and canola oils because those are highly processed. Same with avocado oil, but if you can find 100% organic avocado oil, you'll find a big difference not only in taste, but also in health. because other oils actually cause you to gain more fat cells because they surround the fat cells and help them grow, making you gain extra chub. While avocado oil is actually a slower version of that process. It still gives you fat cells to work off of, but these are healthier ones, leaner ones that are surrounded by a bunch of nutrients we get from the avocado as well. Especially good for, well, once more, the athlete example. You can get away with like these once a day, no problem. You can get away with these twice a day. You definitely want to stop yourself at 3 a day. Mostly so you can have it with like one with breakfast, like an avocado toast, one with lunch is like a nice side of like chopped avocados, and number 3 for dinner, you can have it on like a nice side dinner salad. What you don't want to do is overdo it, because any nutrient, no matter how good for you, can give you vitamin poisoning. That's when you overdose on the vitamins. Such as if you try and eat like 4 bananas a day, suddenly 2 weeks later you're going, "Doc, don't feel good. How many bananas you've been eating?" You got to have a high level of potassium here, overloading your muscle recovery, making you so stiff and sore as they're trying to grow further without stimulation. 4 a day? Yep, gonna need to limit that. Ugh. Yeah, any vitamin, no matter how good, will be dangerous for our bodies in the long run when it's overdone. This is true for vitamin D, C, A, B, iron, fiber, everything. Everything is a balance in our body. Henceforth, it's called a balanced diet. Follow these tips, try these foods out, replace bad ones in your diet. Remove the vegetable oil, use avocado oil. Remove the side cupcake or donut you have in the morning with your coffee and grab an avocado toast or a banana. Heck, an apple would do it too. Every little thing helps in this case. Now, in this case, this is just the first part. This is only a couple friendly tips, but they will help you out with growing your diet out. Don't be afraid to try it out for yourself. Keep on going and try and grow your own diet. As a result, this will be the first of my videos on dieting tips and also new nutrition tips you can look at. Once more, this is Silver Fang Dancer 98. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, just leave it down in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel for more content, and let me know if there's anything else you have questions about. I'm here for you. Thank you, and do come again.